Welcome back, Tarot fam. We're still talking about the Colombia Faux Road Tour. It's our last video. We're going to be looking at Ms. Markle herself. So stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You made it through the whole long haul all week. We've already talked about Harry, King Charles, Queen Camilla, Princess Royal, Princess Anne, the Prince and Princess of Wales. We've already gone through everybody. So there's just one layer left. So let's see what Meghan was thinking. But before that, I have 20% off my 1 hour readings for the rest of the month of August. We're coming to a close, so get in there and book your readings if you'd like to. We also have a discounted Lenormand class on my digital academy. That is going to go up to regular pricing. It's just at the introductory pricing right now. So if you'd like to take a cartomancy class with me in a digital format, you can do that. It's chock full of cool stuff. There's a workbook. I'm putting a couple other things in there, so you have lifetime access to it. So go on in there and go check it out. And also we have memberships now. So I have a few members. I just started them, but I haven't been really promoting them just because I don't know. I'm not used to it yet, but there's a little join button down below this video. So if you want to join up and be part of the membership here, I have 2 levels. I'm probably going to add some more once I get used to doing this, but thank you so much for everyone who signed up already. I have some of my favorites are in there as members. I'm going to start building up to membership only videos, membership only lives, those kinds of things. So hopefully I'll see some of you in there as well. So let's go. Let's see, what was Meghan thinking? There was allegedly $70,000 worth of jewelry on her. I'm starting to think that those are replicas, not her actual jewelry. I think she's got replicas. Years ago, I had an aunt and uncle who were down in Florida, and they were robbed of their jewelry coming back to their boat after a night out at dinner, and they got maced. It was in the 90s. And they both got maced down and had all their jewelry taken off, and it was really awful. And after that, they wore replicas. They had replicas of their jewelry made, so that when they were out and about, they didn't have to worry about having their stuff stolen, or if they did, it was just a replica. So I think they're starting to wear replicas out, which is fine. Like, do what you got to do. But nonetheless, let's see what Megzy was thinking. She wore a lot of outfits, guys. I know, it's bananas, right? Where are the kids? What? Did I say that? So let's see what's going on. Let's get ready to crumble. What was she thinking before this trip and the planning of this trip? Oh. Huh. Trying to align herself with a government so that she can do some work. There was a lot of talk about her possibly trying to line up an ambassadorship or something like that. And I think there's something to that. I think this was like a dress rehearsal, maybe for an ambassadorship. But I do think that she kind of let that slip. She does voiceover work. No, that's why we came here to pitch. I think she went there to pitch. I think she's kind of stuck. She needs to get out of the country because, God forbid, 45 becomes 47. They're going to not have a good go of it. And I think she's looking for some kind of government to take her in. I can work for you. We're not in favor of the United States. We can be a good advocate for you. And I have the gift of gab. I can do this. But her slip was shown even before the trip started. So, she was already in a poor light before the trip started. That's wild. All right. So, let's see what the prime minister or president, I can't remember if she's prime minister. Let's see what she thought of Meghan before. So she thought before the trip that Meghan was hard done by and has a voice and a platform, and she's trying to figure out how she can use that, to her benefit. So that's an interesting take. What did Meghan think of the prime minister? This is somebody. She doesn't like her. That's the weird thing, is that she doesn't actually like this woman. I think after she started to align herself with her, she didn't like her, but she was like, I'm just going to have to do it anyway. I'm going to close my eyes and think of England. Think of Meghan Land. I think that's really, what she's doing. It's Meghan Land. This is Meghan Land. I think Colombia, she's trying to make it her Cuba, like, Hemingway and the other great writers had gone down to Cuba and were like singing the praises of Cuba. I think she's trying to make Colombia her Cuba. So what did she think of the trip after? There was a lot of conversation about it that was negative. She needs to turn it around. It's not fair. It's not fair. The media, the people are not fair. They're not fair. That goes up there. We're not going to hear from her for a bit. She's going to disappear for a little bit. Basically, she thinks that all of the coverage, all the people that are talking about her trip, all of the discussion is really unfair. And they were so busy talking about her dress that they weren't talking about their work. So that's really, we're going to go back to blogging and writing articles. She's going to start writing things. And I think we're going to see more and more articles from her. Now, writing and communication, we see wands, we see swords. Writing creatively is more a wand, but writing definitively, editorially is really a sword. I think that we're going to see her starting to speak more through writing, possibly through some of her social media, but I think she has to be very careful about how she puts things out on social media, because they have been complaining about social media. So that is going to be a little bit tricky for her. But basically, she is not loving the trip, not loving the trip. I think she was fine with. I think it's the coverage of the trip that she's not happy with. So back to the drawing board for her. Let's clean up this real estate. What is her next step? Lucy. She really is like the Lucy Arnaz character. She's always coming up with like crazy scheme. What is her next step? What is she going to do next? She's going to be writing about how successful this trip was, and that people should not reserve their judgment until after. There's something also about the election. She's going to start talking about the election, but I do think that that's going to be in writing as well. I think she's going to express herself. We're not going to get the video on the bench. This is the most important election of our lives, blah, 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 blah. We are going to get written pieces. So I think she's got to dust off her chat GPT and make sure that she runs it through for grammar, because she does think that she's an amazing writer. She's not. Just because it makes dollars doesn't mean it makes sense. She wrote that line. So annoying. So also telling Harry to talk about his generational pain, which he messed up and called it genetic pain. So he is a genetic pain in his father's butt. But Yeah, we are going to see more. She's going to jump into the election, but it's not going to be with FaceTime. It's going to be with written time. She's going to have opinions that she writes. So we may see like a letter to Kamala or something like that that she promotes. Kamala, I think, is keeping her distance, but this business with Colombia, I think she is trying to find herself a porthole, an exit strategy from the United States because she can't go to England. She can't go to England. Where are they going to go? They got to find a country to go to. It can't be a Commonwealth country. Colombia is like Commonwealth light. Somebody called it that's Commonwealth adjacent or something. She's got to find a country that will take them in. And do we need Sussex Stan, Harry Stan? Um, I don't know where they go. Meghan land? Where do they wind up? So this is going to be tricky for them. So I didn't want to do crazy long videos on this because, as I explained, we do have to take intuitives and psychics and empaths. We have to take a break from these guys because it does start to permeate all of our energy, and it's just she's a very difficult energy to digest. He is a difficult energy to digest because he is so angry at everyone. So it's tough to dip in and dip out and still maintain. You see him getting all blotchy and scratchy here, blotchy and scratchy. So we'll talk a little bit more about things like during the week. So sit tight. I'm glad you're all here. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a fantastic week. I hope your week is going great. I hope crazy things are afoot. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.